I don't care, like, if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly, me, I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reacting to a TikTok video titled Women Regretting Feminism. But before we get into the video, we want to ask if you guys could like the video and subscribe to the channel. Help us get to our goal of 20,000 subscribers. We really appreciate all the support and we'll get into it.
Hi guys. Like, I'm so sad right now because I just came to like a realization. These past few days have been so hard for me. Because like, you know how men say that women have toxic feminism and like you'll get to a certain age and like no one will want to marry you and no one will love you. Like, I feel like I've gotten to that point, guys. Like, I was so hung on to this feminism thing and I missed out on marriage and on children. And now like I'm at a point in my life where like I'm so bitter. I'm so jealous of people who have marriages because they are so happy and their husbands don't even cheat on them. And like, men are just the best. You know, like right now is when I'm realizing like I can't do without them. And
You had plenty of good men come across you in the past few years where you could have developed a family, but then sometimes it's like, he's not good enough. Or, oh, I can do better. Right? Yeah. And you keep saying, oh, I can do better. Leave that guy when, you know what? The guy that actually like had all the like the good qualities, but maybe like little things where you maybe had to compromise that weren't in the grand scheme of things aren't a big deal.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I don't want it. Right? Or for instance, one of the things that aren't that big of a deal is maybe his height. Some girls are over here saying they're 5'2", but want a guy that's 6'5". Make it make sense to me, please. Yeah. Make it make sense.
But it's funny.
Want an extra foot taller than you.
Yeah, when they're 5'2" and they want a guy that's 6'5".
I want to be able to wear heels. Girl, are you wearing, like, how tall are your heels? You know what I mean? So for those things
ain't nobody got time for that.
You really understand, like, what you need in life.
Yeah.
Right? To really be happy and to have a partner that you can actually, like, be with and love and continue your lives together. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Because when women get to this realization, it's too late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's too late. You could have been married 3 to 4 times over in your prime.
Don't do that.
Like, let's be honest, right? I mean, they could have gotten married multiple times because they had multiple opportunities is what I'm saying, right? And now you're, you know, hitting the wall, you're over 30 and your looks are diminishing and your prospects are drying up. Now you want to come running to the men that you discarded a few years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And men today in 2021 are saying, no more. We're not dealing with this. We're not going to be overlooked and wait around until you're ready to come pick us up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're a piece of meat and we're supposed to, you know, rescue you and pay your bills and all this other stuff when we weren't your number one priority a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
So
I can totally see how it's frustrating for men because it's like, what the heck? I've been trying to be the nice guy. I've been trying to do the right thing, and women still don't want me. So then guys turn into being the bad guy because that's what the girls want, right? And then it's just this bad cycle, honestly.
Yeah, and some guys, not all, but some guys get into this red pill rage, so to speak, where you know, F women and you know, women ain't shit and this and that. And I want guys to take these types of channels and really improve themselves, not necessarily say that, you know, women are trash and this and that, but ultimately, you know, taking the knowledge and wisdom and experience that we have, applying it to your life, but ultimately getting the outcome that you really want, right? If it's a girlfriend, maybe a family or whatever the situation is.
When you know better, you do better, right? So if you have the knowledge behind you to say, okay, I know what to look for. Yeah. And at least that way you can move yourself forward in the best foot forward for yourself.
Right now I'm like, I don't care like if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly, me, I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man.
Whoa. I'm not trying to laugh. I'm not trying to laugh. But like, once you've hit the wall, everything's out the window. If you have 2 eyes, a mouth, and a nose, you're good to go. You're breathing. You have a pulse.
Oh my God.
And it's not, we're not trying to obviously make fun of the situation, right? It's just when you say it like that, like it's just,
she's
funny,
desperate
right?
AF at this point in time. Yeah, and I guess it's understandable, right? Because I mean, let's be honest, everybody wants somebody, right?
Yeah.
And you know, here she is.
I'll take anybody at this point. Like, I waited too long, and I get it. Because she knows she waited too long. Now she has to face the consequences of it. She's like, I don't even care anymore. Just as long as it's a man, you know what I mean? You have teeth, or you have, what did she say? What did she say? As long as you're breathing,
as long as you're breathing, yeah,
you're good, right? And you don't want to be in
Wow.
that position, though. You should still have some standards for yourself.
Yeah, like no one
But
should
come
be
on.
in that position,
Yeah.
right? And you didn't have to be in that position.
Yeah.
You put yourself in that position, right? And that's why when I watch these videos, I know you show a bit of compassion and you feel sorry for them and this and that. Like for me, I don't, because you had your chances, right? It's not to say that you didn't have your chances in life. You had your chances. And unfortunately with life, there's actions and then there's consequences to those
Yeah.
actions, right? So it is what it is.
I get it. I think it's just more like because some women, okay, I can't say all right, but I'm saying some that are genuinely like, I'm legit trying and they're having a hard time, right? Like I think of those women, but obviously it's not the majority, right? So when I say I feel bad, I'm thinking of those people. I'm not thinking of the people that are over here just being like, oh, like just put every guy to the wayside. They're not doing anything to better themselves. Like I'm not thinking of those women.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways.
Marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, and I'll be obedient and a submissive wife, because that is what you guys want. I'm no longer a feminist, guys.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that a lot of single modern women had to learn the hard way in regards to being alone, right? You look at the pandemic, it's pretty much amplified and crystallized a lot of single women's situations, right? In regards to being lonely, not having a man there for you, and now you're really feeling it, right? So what are your thoughts on that?
Now she's over here being like, I'll take anybody. Just anybody come my way. Send me a DM and all this stuff, because it
crazy.
finally hit her, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that happened for a lot of women, because now because of the pandemic, it made it harder to like meet new people and like, you know, explore your options, right? So now you're just like, oh shoot. Like now I'm waiting and it finally hits me that I need a husband now. It's one thing to cry about it and then forget about it, and then, do you know what I mean? Just don't do anything to improve yourself. So what I would like to see is just having this moment, it's fine. Then asking yourself, what do I need to do to improve myself? She doesn't have to completely lower her standards to somebody that's just breathing, right? So how does she maneuver, like finding the right person or finding someone that has these certain attributes or these characteristic traits? And I'm like, all right, that I can work with, and then go from there. So I just need her to be able to do some actionable steps, like actionable.
From a guy's perspective, if a woman ultimately bypassed you or discarded you a few years ago and she comes, you know, crying a few years later, as tough as this sounds, you just want to walk away. You don't want to be in a scenario to take a woman back. You don't want to be in a scenario to be a woman's second and third option, because ultimately she's not going to respect you long term, right? She's just going to hold on to you because it's convenient. And then when something better comes along, she's ultimately going to kind of move on, so to speak, right? So for a guy that's watching this, you need to have the self-discipline and the self-confidence in yourself that you can find something better.
I wonder how many times it's happened, like during the pandemic. It's been almost like over a year and a half now.
Yeah, about 2 years.
How many people came out of the woodworks being like, hey, big head, or you know what I mean? I'm just curious.
Yeah, you got
Let
it.
us know. I'm actually really curious, like if it's happened to you multiple times during the pandemic, that like people came out of the woodworks or women, I'm curious.
Anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.
Bye, guys.